61 of the Gun and Guns podcast. I'm your host, Troy.
And I'm your host, Doug.
We use this podcast to talk about God, guns, and the responsible Christian gun owners' interest. On this week's show, we're talking about spring fever. Do you got spring fever, Doug?
I got something.
Don't want to talk about no fevers right now.
No, let's keep the fevers down.
Yeah, we're in no fever show, but we're going to talk about spring fever. We want to thank our band sponsor, Firearms Radio Network. They keep all that content out there for you guys to download at your convenience, and we are appreciative of them sponsoring that for us. And if you've not checked out other shows on the Firearms Radio Network, please do. There are several good ones out there. Our buddies over at the Reloading Podcast would appreciate you to check them out. And buddy Tony Simon, This Week in Guns. There's lots of good shows out there. They're trying to clean up their acts over there, I think. I've seen some notices that they say no cussing and stuff. So, hey, we can hope for that, you know.
I turned a couple guys on this week to the Reloading Podcast since you mentioned that one.
Yeah, I've been stockpiling up for reload. I'm waiting for my Natchez order to come in, but hopefully that will be on its way soon. I ordered well over a week ago, and they haven't shipped it yet, according to their. I guess they're busy. I don't know. What do you think?
The problem just a touch.
I also want to thank Oath Keepers TV for putting our show out there on their platforms, and I give Brett a hard time. He's our contact with Oath Keepers getting our show up there. So I gave him short notice sometimes. I gave him short notice today because I forgot all about it till the last minute. And I was trying to send him off a message. So if we're not live, we'll be uploaded over there shortly. And we also want to thank who?
Crossbreed holsters. Hey, you've heard Troy and I talk about it. If you're carrying a holster, you need to be carrying in a crossbreed. Most comfortable holster you're going to wear. Check our buddies out at crossbreedholsters.com. Carry the cross.
I'm carrying the cross right now.
Carrying the cross. I am not carrying anything right this second because I just came out from the living room and came out to the man cave to jump on. So I don't. Of course, the safe's out here, so I still got plenty of stuff. But also, PowerTac lights. Hey, if you're looking for a durable, nice, great flashlight with a lifetime warranty on it, check out our buddies at PowerTac. They have a light for you. Don't forget, they're giving us a 40% discount to anybody that buys a light off their site and use our promo code God and Guns. So go check them out, PowerTac.com. Also, Palmetto State. Hey, I talked to Josiah yesterday, and he is going to come on. He's got some stuff to tell us about why ammo is going up, and how fast it's going, and some good stuff. But Palmetto State's an affiliate link for us, and everything that you buy through our affiliate link, they give us a little bit of love that goes back toward the show to help us bring the content and the other stuff that we do. So go check them out, PalmettoStateArmory.com.
Good deal. What's you been doing, Doug? I know you've been working a lot, but what you been doing on the God and Guns activity side?
I have been doing on the God side. I've been doing my daily devotionals. We didn't have church. They've pretty much shut churches down here right now, so no church. But you can watch online. Last week they actually had it was kind of like a drive-up theater church. People were pulled up in the parking lot and they were broadcasting over an FM station. I didn't go to that one. I just watched online. That's probably what I'm going to do this Sunday also. Also, thanks to everybody. I saw that you put a post out yesterday asking people to pray for me and pray for us at the hospital. And I appreciate that. And everybody that has been praying for us. And I thank you all for that. Just trying to keep everybody safe, man. That's all we can do. The gun side, of course, everyday carry. Hey, Puff 2.0 has been traveling with me a lot lately because you just don't know what's going to happen, man. So I take a little extra with me when I'm out running around doing things and make sure I am protected. Like I said, I do work for a hospital, so we are in and out this COVID-19 spread that everybody is talking about. And I know if you get it, depending if you have any underlying issues, it can be devastating to you and your family. Mm-hmm. But I was watching a little bit of news yesterday, and which I've just got where I just can't hardly stand to watch the news anymore. ticks
Yeah.
me off. They talk about it, and not that I want to make light of this situation because I know it's affected a lot of people, but this was like portrayed to be like Armageddon, man.
Hmm.
It was going to be horrible, and
500,000 deaths or something like
yeah, deaths. And what in the United States we're up to
that. 1,000.
2,000. Well, I think we broke into like two. It was 1,000 something a couple days ago. I don't know. We're somewhere 1,700
But a
something.
lot of that's what New York and
New York,
California,
California, and
Seattle,
yep, Washington State.
Washington.
Yep. So yeah, we have cases. We have cases here in Georgia. I don't think there's any state now that doesn't have at least some cases. But people are staying away from people and kind of staying in the house. And I guess we'll get to a little bit of that later on. But
Yeah.
um, anyway, just I've been working, man. They come up with new and creative ideas of how we're going to deal with certain situations at the hospital, and they hit me up and tell me, I need X number of PCs or I need X number of carts. What can you do? And
Hmm.
we've been doing it. We and one thing that we're trying to do too. I mean, we're trying to not only are we providing comfort and clinical help for the patients that we have, but we also we're limiting the number of people that can go in and out of the hospital. So if you have family members that are in the ICU or whatever, you're restricted from them, and you can't really sit. We don't want people going in there
Hmm.
and then going back out and carrying it if it's somebody that's known to have the virus. So we came up with a pretty cool thing. We pulled together a bunch of iPads the other day and created a bunch of generic accounts on Apple IDs and have it all set up now where if a family member's outside, um, we can take an iPad into the room and give it to the family member, and then the family member that's outside, and let them FaceTime and talk to each other, so they can at least visit and check on folks and see how everybody's doing. Because I mean, you may have it, but you may be quarantined, but your symptoms aren't that much, but you're still quarantined off. So we're trying everything we can possibly do to make the stay as bearable as possible, I guess you could say. So just just keep praying for hospital workers and stuff, man, because I know they're starting to get the stuff that a little bit more stuff that they need, but they don't have everything that they need, and we just pray for them, keep them safe, also. So let's see. Also, hey, don't forget we got the Bulwarks class coming up. It's a 1-day course. I got it arranged with my home range here in Georgia at Marion Road Gun Range. We're going to be using one of their ranges for the training. It's going to be on May 2nd, so hopefully most of this stuff will be over with. And plus, it's outside, and we'll keep the 6-foot barrier between folks. But get a little gunpowder therapy, get some training. It's for anybody that that's from a beginner, just got their concealed carry permits and just wanting to learn, how they should be carrying their guns and stuff, all the way up to seasoned veterans. You're going to learn something. Jesse and the guys, they do a great job. So come check us out, sign up, and hope to see you there.
Good deal. Yeah, Gunner's class was supposed to be today and tomorrow, and they canceled it because of our wonderful governor here in
Well,
Kentucky.
a lot of places are locking everything down now. Can't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the way it's going here in Kentucky. You can't do much. If you want alcohol, though, they'll deliver it to your house.
Oh yeah. they that's what I think is funny. They shut down gun stores. You can't go buy a gun. You can't go buy ammunition, but they leave the liquor stores and the pot stores open.
Oh, y'all got pot stores in Georgia?
No, but I'm just saying other places. No, not here.
Yeah. I can understand. Yeah, they don't want the druggies and the alcoholics to go crazy, start going mayhem on them.
Right.
You gotta keep the natives from getting restless. If they can't get their alcohol and their drugs, man, it could get really bad.
You got to have something to do when you're quarantined in the house.
Yeah, yeah. John's saying he's locked down, but he considered an essential yay. I guess it's a guy. Is that a fat thumb, John?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's considered essential, so that means
Oh, so he gets to go out. Okay.
he can move about freely.
Yeah, punctuation's sort of important even on text.
Right? Punctuation is key.
Yeah. Let's go eat at grandma's. Let's go eat grandma's.
A lot of people aren't doing that right now.
Good deal. Jeff Jordan, longtime listener, first time viewer. Well, I'm sorry that you have to see this because we have a face for radio.
Yes, we do.
Jeff, glad to have you here today. So let's see. Was that all your guiding gun activities for the day?
That was
For
it.
the week, weekend today.
For the week. Like I said, sorry I couldn't record Thursday and Friday, but man, I tell you, I usually go to bed fairly early anyway. But 8:30, quarter till 9, I've been in bed just about every night this week after I got home. I was just whooped, man.
Yeah. Not only that, the stress sort of is really hard for you. The stress of just dealing with all the extra stuff that you weren't planning on. So that takes a wear and tear on you.
Well,
emotionally and physically.
For us, we're worried. They come up with stuff that they need, and we're trying to get it for them,
Right.
and make sure they have everything that they need. They came down and asked me for some extra mobile carts for a couple of the floors, that are more impacted.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were able to, in just a few hours yesterday, we were able to put together 4 mobile carts to take up and deliver to them for the nurses to have extra stuff. And all my guys at work, man, the guys that work for me have just been doing a jam up job. Any challenge that we throw at them, they're on top of it. So I can't say enough about those guys either.
Yeah. Steve says it's crazy all those New Yorkers fleeing to other states spreading that bug.
I know. I saw that. Who was it? Was it Maryland? No, Rhode Island. Sorry. Rhode Island, the state troopers were looking for New York license plates and pulling them over to quarantine them.
Put them in a plastic bag and taking them back to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's their governors freaked them out, I think, and so they've took off and ran. Now he says, "Oh no, we found 4,000 something ventilators that they had forgotten about or stashed away or didn't tell anybody about."
Yeah,
he's a joke. All right, so my guiding gun stuff for this week on the God side wasn't a whole lot other than regular prayer, regular Bible reading. We watching our sermons online. Our preacher is putting out sermons online. Our youth leader has been doing some stuff for the kids and sending them some stuff to work on. And he's a big Nacho Libre fan, so he put out a Nacho Libre video about staying calm and relaxed. And Jack Black played that character. But there's not a whole lot. We had one church here local that had a parking lot service. Our old church, South Fork, had a parking lot service, I think. A couple others around have. I've seen some of you guys have sent us links that they're having the same kind of thing in your community. Ours was just online. We were going to go try to visit a church in Elizabethtown a couple weeks ago, and they canceled it right before we went. So had that going on. We had a friend of ours who passed away, and they can't have, of course, a funeral service. So the funeral home brought him out to their farm and had him in their front yard, and everybody could drive by and wave at the family and stuff, and tell them they're sorry for him and stuff, but they couldn't get out of the car. So
that's kind of unique.
Yeah, for 3 hours, they had people go by and wave and let the family know they were thinking about him. Of course, they's doing it on social media and all that as well. But that's sad. I know that there's a couple that are having a baby, and the grandparents weren't allowed to go to the hospital, and so they're having a baby, but nobody could be there but the husband, and they probably weren't really happy about that. I don't know. We've had our first case here in LaRue County. I don't know. Someone's got it. I don't know if I don't think anybody died yet, but someone has it. But Lure County is pretty small. We're probably what 18, 20,000 people in the county, something like that. It's not very big. Um, but I've been outside every day it wasn't raining, and even sometimes when it was raining on the farm, been walking a lot. On the gun side, of course, everyday carry. I've been walking a lot with my rifle. Uh, the
I saw
rifle,
that.
yeah, I got it here with me. It's the Falcor. I got it's the one I shot the class with, but got a light on it and pressure switch and everything up here on the top. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the rifle's cleared, empty. Um, it's got an empty mag in it. I got a fresh one over here to throw in it. Should they try to invade while I'm in here? But, I really like this rifle. It's a good shooter and very controlled. I don't. I could stay right on target with it. That brake on the front just keeps it level. It don't. It don't rise. It just like it didn't do anything. It just like shoots flat, just like a laser. Um, and I like the EOTech on it. I probably would like to have probably one of the newer EOTechs that aren't so large.
Mhm.
It's got the old one that uses the double A's. I like that. In fact, that double A's are plentiful and they're cheap and well, as cheap as batteries are. But you can get them anywhere, and I can use rechargeables, whatever in it. So I like that. But I'm thinking about getting a smaller one just to keep her lower profile and putting on there. But don't know if I want to spend the money on it right now.
You know,
Right
I
now,
tell you, I
go ahead.
tell you, that Sig that I bought on and put on Puff 2.0,
Mhm.
that thing is nice. It's kind of like an EOT. You leave it on all the time, or ACOG or whatever, and they
Mhm.
promote that 50,000 hours. But I really like it. The only thing I wish it did have, I wish you could change the reticle from a red dot to circle or
Mhm.
crosshair or whatever you wanted. But you just get a red dot, which is fine. It works great.
Yeah, yeah. The thing I like about the EOTech is that it's got the circle with so there's a north, south, east, west dot on it, or 180 and 270, whatever dots on it, and the offset on that bottom dot. So if you're shooting at a man-sized target, and you're shooting for the A zone, the stripe in the middle here, or the ocular window, that the offset on that, if you put that right on his chin, it's right in the basket, man. It's right in that little strip.
Hmm.
So it gives you an index for the offset. The difference between the height of the optic to the barrel.
Right.
And so that's one of the things about the EOTech. It's unique to most of the red dots, is that it's got a built-in offset. So when you're shooting, plus then if you're going to lead someone, you can lead them with the leading edge of it if they're on the move, and opposite directions, things like that. If you're coming on somebody tracking them up, you've got all those offsets sort of preset in there for the range that you've got that optic set for. So at
Hmm.
55 meters, you get out to 270 meters, and so 200 meters, excuse me. But it's once you get used to the offsets on it, it's a lot faster, I think. Um,
What'd
but
you say in it?
I say in 50, whatever, 50 yards, 50 meters for that class. So it's pretty much down. Uh, I mean, the center of the dot would be 50 meters. That offset though is for like up close.
Right.
So if you're working 15 feet away, 25 feet, 30 yards, something like that. My offset on that is that bottom of that circle. So when you're shooting up close, you're shooting at the bottom of the circle. When you're shooting back further at 50 meters, you're shooting dead center on there. And then on out to 200, it's pretty much dead center. So that's the advantage of EOTech, because it's got those uh, demarcations around the ring to help you have the offset. And I learned that from the Bulwarks guys. They taught me that in the thing. Say, hey, here's your offset. Like what? And they said the bottom of the ring is your offset. So you set that up close, at contact all the way back to 50 meters. You use that offset. As you get further back, you don't have to offset as much. But you're talking 2 inches on human.
Right.
As long as you're in that stripe, if you're sitting in mass, you'll be plugging into that. You'll be punching into that spinal column and hopefully shutting them down pretty quick. So let's see what else we're doing. Uh, they rescheduled Gunner's class. It was supposed to be this weekend. Our training event we were having with our buddies, they they have had to reschedule that because the governor said we can't have any public events. Um, and I was supposed to take in the ham test last weekend. Of course, they canceled that. Of course,
Can't go take a test.
can't go take a test. There is another local group said, hey, they're going to try to help me get that test done. They've got 3 VEs, or those are the guys that let you take tests, and they're going to try to set up where I can be able to take that test before June, because at June the test changes to all new questions, well, a lot of new questions. So hopefully we get that knocked out. Still, they still have a class testing schedule like late April, so we're hoping that that's going to still be able to happen. But I want to get that extra done before June, because after June, I'm going to learn a whole new set of questions and material. So I'd like to knock it out first. Let's see what else. Yeah, reloading. I've got everything stocked up. I'm waiting on that big order from Natchez, because when I placed the order, they had plenty of stock on the bullets and on the brass and on the primers and all that stuff. I mean, I got quite a bit here. I can go ahead and start running, but I'd like to go ahead and get all that in and run quite a bit at one time, since I could set up. I found some 357 Magnum bullets and got those on order a couple of days ago. They were really cheap. They were on sale for some reason. And I've got a ton of pistol powder, and I've got quite a bit of rifle powder. I'm waiting on some shotgun, the cups, where you call it, holds the shot to come in. And yeah, I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on some double-aught buck shot. I want to try to load some 8-shot double-aught buck at 8 pellet setup. I've ordered the flight control shot, so it's supposed to be like the best patterning. I'm gonna try to roll some of my own. Got quite a bit of shotgun shells. So if you guys have brass laying around you don't want, I'll give you an address. You can mail it to.
Ship it right on out.
Ship it right on here. I'll take 223, 308, 556. I'll take 10 millimeter, 9 millimeter, 357, and 12 gauge. If I had the dies, I could do 20 gauge, but I don't have but like 2 20 gauges. So they're just single shots, so I couldn't shoot a whole lot through that anyway.
I got 2 20s and a 16 gauge.
Man, yeah, I got a bunch of old 16 gauge. I found a box of it the other day. A lady giving me, her husband passed away. She gave me a whole, I don't know, like a 2 by 2 foot, about 2 foot tall box of 16 gauge rounds, and I don't have a 16 gauge. Let's see. That was my guide and gun stuff for the day. What are you carrying today? I already showed you one, man.
I got my Glock 19 that I always carry. Got it in there in the house, and like I said, I've been toting Puff 2.0 around with me all week.
Yeah.
So
that pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Jim Ross says Missouri Bullet Company has some good deals on coated bullets. Yeah, I have seen some of those coated bullets. Who was it? Dylan Precision had a bunch of bullets and brass on there, and so I looked, and they had a bunch of 10 millimeter stuff. So I started putting stuff in my cart, and I went to close out the order, and it was gone. They sent out a flyer. Apparently, everybody else got it when I got it, so I started putting stuff in my cart. By the time I got ready to check out, it was all disappeared. So.
My wife told me the other day, she said, you probably ought to buy some more ammo, shouldn't you? I was like, well, maybe. So I started kind of looking around. Of course, I've been looking for people that have been asking me for it anyway, but I'm not going to pay 48 cents a round for ammo. I ain't doing it.
No. Now, and the stuff that they were selling was a regular price. It wasn't jacked up or nothing, Dylan. It was the price that they normally sell it. Actually, they had a few of it on clear. I think that 10 millimeter stuff was like clearance out. But yeah, John, I have the stuff to cast it. I don't have the stuff to coat it. I've got the bullet molds and I've got the metal the lead uh, melter thing that you dispense it in. I picked up that stuff from Devore when it was like cheap. I mean, I think I paid like 30 cents on the dollar for what that stuff goes for new. Devore had some awesome deals on casting your own bullets back in the day. I haven't checked them lately, but I picked up all the molds for those a while back. Uh, but I guess I would be able to cast the pistol bullets. I don't know about rifle bullets. I would think you might need better than you probably need a. Tell us about that, John. You doing rifle bullets? Because I mean, I would think that it need to be pretty well coated or jacketed for a bullet traveling that kind of speed at your gun. I don't know. I mean, maybe some slower lever actions or something like that. Let's see.
I got my buddy Rick. He's loading me up some 62 grain hog thumpers. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah. So we'll see how they work.
I got some 75 grain 5.56
Do you?
bullets that are on order from Natchez. So they show up. Yeah, there's my concealed carry. It's a little bit dusty. I need to clean it this afternoon. That's the 30S 45, the Surefire.
It's amazing how fast that gun gets dirty just carrying it every day.
Oh, it's mine's from mowing.
Oh, is it?
I mowed, man. I was covered up from head to toe in dust and dirt, and mowed around the barn lots and mowed a rental house down the road. And uh, I mowed probably 6 hours, 7 hours. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? Maybe it's Thursday. And I got covered up. I just wiped it down, but I need to take it apart and clean it and clean the guts and stuff because it'll pick up dirt quite a bit. 33 and 150 grain gas check. That's cool. I don't have any 30-30s. You know, every 30-30 I ever shot, I couldn't hit the side of a barn with it. I don't know. It's supposed to be a great cartridge, and a lot of people love them. I just never, I don't know. I grew up shooting 223 or 5.56, mostly 223, and the accuracy difference between that and the 30-30 is a mile wide. I mean,
I'm not crazy about 30-30. Biggest deer I ever shot in my life, I shot with a 30-30 and didn't get it. Mm-hmm. So I got one, but I don't mess with it.
Yeah, I had one growing up, and man, I shot the far out of the thing. But man, you couldn't hit. I just couldn't hit with it. I don't know if it was just a bad gun, bad barrel, bad batch of bullets. I mean, but I shot like everything that there was that the store had back in the day. And I was like, this thing ain't accurate enough. And then I started shooting 308. They're like, I ain't going.
I want to kill it.
Love them, man.
Yeah, I got that. Now I like lever actions. Don't get me
I
wrong.
love lever actions.
I'm just not crazy about the 30-30, but I got that Henry Big Boy the Golden Boy 44, and I want to kill a deer with it so bad I can't stand it.
Yeah, I would like to have a 45-70 government. I had one of those New England Farms or Handy rifle, the single shot. It felt like you were shooting artillery, man, in that thing because it was so light, 18.5-inch barrel. And you put that, and it didn't weigh nothing. It was just a single shot. Boy, I think a power drive your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
But I love shooting it. It was so much fun because, man, when that 400 grain bullet hit something, it was devastating. It would blow milk jugs sky high, man. I loved that round. I never have found one that I could part enough money with because it was one of those it's one of those like to have guns, but you can't justify guns.
Right.
Lever action 45-70. I mean, there's no practical reason to have it. And so I could never part with $500 to $1,000 for one used or new or whatever. I love them. I mean, I love the concept of them, but as far as willing to pull the trigger, if I get a deal, somebody wants to trade one day,
there you go.
I'll be ready for it. But oh well. All right. So you got you got yoke for us.
I do got one. Let's see. Let me get back over to it here. Pray for my hearing. A stranger approached a pastor after service and said, "I'd like for you to pray for my hearing." The pastor placed his hands on the man's ears and said a passionate, earnest prayer. How's your hearing now? Asked the pastor. Looking surprised, the man said, Well, it's not until tomorrow, actually. Different kind of hearing. I always wondered where pastors got all their jokes from. Now I know.
You found the source, huh?
I did. I found the preacher's joke page. I like that. It's pretty good though.
Yeah. Let's see. We had some feedback. I didn't plug it in here. I apologize. Um, uh, one of our friends, Daniel, sent a link to a site that sells the lenses for Oakley prescription lenses. So
Yeah, I saw.
they even have them for my old frames. So I'm working on getting that order out to them guys. Hopefully they'll be working. I don't know. We'll see. We had some other feedback, so I apologize if I didn't put your guys' information up there. John says it's fun. I did 259 millimeter rounds for about $9. Wow, because you
No,
already had the brass, I'm sure. Yeah.
I need to get him to load me some.
He can't do that, not unless he's a manufacturer.
Huh?
You can't buy stuff off a reloader unless they have a ammunition license. So
Oh,
don't
not
get.
buy. He can give it to me for free. If
Oh, give it to you for free. Okay, yeah, yeah. Jeff's got to go. See you, Jeff.
See,
We
got some
will.
severe weather coming in.
Yeah, you guys stay safe. All right, so we are rolling on to Bible verses, and I'm gonna throw some Old Testament on you guys. Leviticus 26, 14 through 21, and this is a little bit far away from me, so hopefully I can read it. We're running on two computers here today. All right, so Leviticus 26, 14 through again 21. Um, But if you not hearken unto me and do not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye do not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror and consumption and the burning egg that shall consume thy eyes and cause sorrow thy heart, and yet ye shall sow your own seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies that hate you, and shall reign over you, and ye shall flee, and none pursueth you. And if you do not yet for all of this hearken to me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins, and I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heaven as iron and your earth as brass, and your strength will be spent in vain for your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruits. And if you walk contrary unto me and not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins. Of course, this is God speaking here, and we know this is from Moses because it's one of the books of the Pentateuch, the 5 original books of the Bible, and he's talking about um, the curses upon the people because of their sin, and so God uh, judges his believers, his followers, and he judges the nations at large for their sin. America is great with sin. You guys can turn on TV and see it displayed. You can turn on radio and hear it displayed. You can um, you can see a magazine and see it displayed. You can hear a conversation in a restaurant, and the vulgarity of the people in the public is amazing to hear these days. The crassness, the hatred, the vitriol. You can look at politics and see it. You can look at even some religious leaders and see things that they shouldn't be saying or doing. So these verses here are a warning to the people that if you continue to be perverse and not do what God calls you to, of course, that was Old Testament, as you can tell by the ye's and the hearken to and all these things, but it's still applicable. I mean, you guys can make heads or tails of that and understand it, but we have a covenant relationship with God as believers. We're to follow and He's to lead, and we're to obey and He is to set the commandments. And uh, you may not like that, but that's the way it is. God created all this, and God created you. And if you don't believe that, then go about your merry way. But as believers, people who claim to have faith in Jesus and have faith in God, and that Jesus is God's Son, uh, we have a covenant relationship. That means we are pledging to love God with all our hearts, minds, and souls, and love our neighbor as ourselves, and we're putting our faith and trust in Him. And He is said He will take care of us. He will honor us for our sacrifice, and that if we honor Him, that He will take care of us. That's a covenant relationship. God always upholds His part of the covenant, and people and man always fail. And but having a repentant heart, a heart like David, who always was confessing his sin when he was caught in it, because we're all caught in sin. And when the Holy uh, Spirit convicts us of our sin, we need to be sure to confess that sin so we're walking right with God. So in the Old Testament here, this is before Jesus' appearance upon the earth as a Savior and as a sacrifice. But God has a specific commandment for us. The Old Testament's not done away with. Jesus said, I didn't come to replace it, but to fulfill it. So Old Testament applies for all you guys that just are living by grace in the New Testament. You better start reading the Old Testament, because there are things, if you're not obeying God's commandments, if you're not hating sin, if you're not trying to walk a holy path, if you're not trying to follow after God's example, then you're going to have these problems. And as a country, as America, which used to be a Christian country, which we can, a lot of people say we still are, but by the products that we produce, by the language that we put out there, by every aspect from people outside of the United States, they probably don't see that. They don't see the churches filled on Sunday mornings. They don't see the grace given amongst each other here. All they see is the products of America. And so if we are part of that as a country and we're not repenting of that, even though we're not committing the sin, we need to be repentant of that as a country. We'll come under judgment, and God's hand will come off of us, and it will be removed, and we will be, as it says here, given over to our enemies. And the things that we produce will not bear fruit, and someone else will consume the works of our labor. Like maybe people coming into the country that don't work here and just living off of the government's largesse. Something like that, maybe.
Right.
Maybe all these plagues and flus and viruses and stuff. So pray for our country. I've been praying. I need to start the morning show, but man, it's just been crazy here. As you guys know, my daughter works third shift at a place that is getting to stay open, and it's driving her mother and crazy because your baby daughter, you do anything for your baby daughter, and so we don't have much sleep these days, and so we just ask that you pray for us, pray for Daphne, my daughter, and
Yep.
and pray for Mama, because Mama is not dealing well right now, and she will be really mad I just said that. But you guys pray for my wife.
A lot of people aren't.
Yeah, a lot of people are having a hard time with it. Uh, I I don't believe about 30-40% of what I hear on the news anymore.
I'm not even sure if I believe that much, brother.
Excuse me, I take a drink. Too much talking. Yeah, I don't believe a lot of what I'm hearing, but I do think there are people dying from this disease. But I mean, the original predictions are not meeting up with what I'm seeing in the
No,
actual numbers.
no, not at all.
And I think that the media and the social media has heightened the hyperbole to the point where people are about to lose their minds. And it's important that you get away from that and get outside and see nature and realize that God's in control. And don't be listening to bad news all the time because it will depress you and make your system weaker.
Dude, they will try to bring you down all day on the news. It's nothing but this. It's constant and it doesn't quit. And they're just in your head all the time,
Mhm.
you know. And you see all these news reports. It's like, oh, one person in such and such county tested positive. Uh, uh, that's one.
Yeah.
How many people got the flu? You know,
Well, here we got the governor comes on every night at like I don't know what time. My wife tells me every time he's on, oh, he closed this, he closed that. They got another case here. I'm like, why are you listening to that? There's nothing you can do about what's going on.
Mm-mm.
Stay in, we'll stay inside. We got plenty of food, we got plenty of supplies. We've prepared for this for years. We've got everything we need, and and it's not. I mean, I'm not picking on my wife. I'm just saying that you can't do anything about. Don't worry about it, and trust God's going to take care of it. Now, people are going to die. I could die. You could die. I mean, we don't know who's going to die. We
Like,
don't know what the trouble is. We don't know what the truth is, but just to heighten it up that every single day you got some kind of, live report about who got this and who got that. That's just to drive fear into your heart.
as soon as I turned the TV on this morning, it just happened to still be on the news channel, and I get my coffee, and they're like, "Oh, the number of cases in the United States has passed China and Italy. We're at 100,000 confirmed cases, and we've had 2,000 deaths, or however many it was." And I'm like, "We're talking less, or right around 1% of people that get it,
Hmm.
that are confirmed with it."
And like less than less like 5% of the people died of flu this year.
Right. Exactly.
It's-
Go back and look at the numbers from H1N1
yeah,
in 2009. There were thousands of people that died from that
yeah,
in
like
the United States. They didn't shut
12,000,
that
I think.
down.
Yeah,
Didn't
Barack
shut it
Obama
down.
was out playing golf. He
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
have no news conferences every morning, every night, and daily running total on who's got it. It wasn't a political thing. Now it's a political thing. Anything to take down Trump, man.
Mm,
Anything to destroy the economy because they can't compete with the economy.
well, they're trying to do that. I'm going to tell you, the the stimulus package that they're pushing out.
Mm-hmm.
One, what does the Kennedy Center needing $30 million have to do with the coronavirus?
That
Nothing.
tells me that they're not really concerned about this thing.
No.
That they're just using it for an opportunity to get more money and get more control. I mean, when you see that is something that they had to stick in there, then you know that it's not really serious. They don't really worry about the actual bug, or that would come back to bite them.
Well, what they put like $300 million in there for immigration and refugee funds.
Well, the original Pelosi bill had that every one of those kids that came in here would get permanent status and all that stuff. All those refugee kids that they ran in here and dropped baby anchors, or whatever you want to call them,
Right.
to try to get more and more illegals in here. That was part of it, that he would automatically be granting them citizenship. I mean, it's just
No.
it's
And
all politics, man.
and dude, this is the one that gets me. I do not understand why you're letting people out of prison because they tested positive. One, they should already be isolated, right?
Yeah, they should be in a 6 by 6 foot cell already.
Right. So you should have at least a 6 foot distance between the next cell.
Yeah,
Why are they letting 400 or 500 people out?
yeah, I understand.
And then they close the gun stores.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
yeah.
And
Well, I don't want this show to be about COVID-19. Uh, I mean, it's. I want us to be light and airy, because our hope is not in the president. It's not in some cure for this virus,
No.
and it's definitely not in some. I'm not going there. But main topic, spring fever. So I don't know where it's like where you live. I know some other people say, "Oh, it's not going to be springtime here for another 2 months." But here in Kentucky, everything's blooming, everything's green.
It
Our
is here.
cows are eating fresh pasture, and they're all happy as could be. The flies are back, and they're not happy about that. But,
Right.
it is great to get outside and enjoy the sunshine. I have enjoyed this week immensely, being able to get out and work. And we mowed the yard for the first time, or I mowed the yard for the first time. There's something so therapeutic about that. But getting out and just being out on the land, got out the tractor and graded driveways where all the rains had washed all the gravel away. Uh, stuff like that. Just getting out and doing things. Plus, turkey season's coming up. We're already in Georgia, you said.
Yeah, it came in last weekend in Georgia, so
Yeah.
I haven't had the opportunity to go yet. And I actually thought about going this morning for a little bit, but I just didn't do it.
Trying to get rested up, man.
A little bit, yep.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about going this afternoon and getting a little gunpowder therapy in.
Well, good deal. Yeah, I was wanting to go do some shooting myself. We're early enough. We should still have plenty of sunshine.
Hmm.
Go set up some targets and do some drills with the pistol, and probably take out the AR and do some drills. No gunner's been wanting to shoot, so I think that'd be good to do this afternoon as well. So turkey season, you guys that are out here listening live. You guys out there turkey hunting yet? I know Kentucky. I just looked up because Doug was thinking it'd be opening soon, but it don't open up till late April. It was like April 19th or something.
I want to say Tennessee opened up today. I think it's today.
Yeah.
But like I said, we opened last week, so a lot of my friends have been posting pictures of nice turkeys that they got. So they're ready
Hanging
to
them
up.
by the spurs, huh?
Yeah, I went to the lake this past weekend um, on Saturday morning. I didn't go turkey hunting on opening day. I went fishing instead, and we were trolling for crappie, and we wound up catching. We caught a a lot, but normally dogwoods don't bloom down here until sometime the 1st of April, somewhere in
Mhm.
that area, and dogwoods are already bloomed out here on our property, and it's all nice, pretty, and all the trees are blooming out. And
Yeah, we've
it's gonna
already
be
got
hot this year.
we got a lot of starting to drop leaves. I mean, the blooms are already starting to fall off of some of the trees. It's been crazy early for this year for the trees to bloom out as much as they had. But man, that pollen is crazy.
Oh, I know.
And we went walking. Me and Chris went walking last night after dinner, and I don't know, we walked a couple miles or something. The mosquitoes are already out. And the bugs are out, chased us back in the house. Had to get the bug zapper out. We'd had all the windows open, and I don't know, it must have been one of the screen ones that closed in because we had a bunch of bugs that come flying in the house. So put the put the little bug zapper up in the kitchen. Man, this morning they were just piled up in the tree. So
Wear them out.
wasp. We didn't. I didn't killed one wasp in the house last night, and then there was another one the kids killed yesterday. Somehow got in the house. I don't know where they come from. It seems like always wasp in the spring coming in your house.
My daughter, she was telling one of my girls, she was telling me the other day that they had a bunch of wasps in their house and that were coming in from somewhere and they couldn't find out where they were coming from.
Yeah, yeah. I think we've got an attic fan. I'm thinking maybe they come through the attic fan in the hallway.
Hmm.
I think that's probably where they're coming from, but I'm not for certain. But oh well. So spring stuff. So y'all's turkey season. Do you start out with you have like a bow time and then shotgun? Or is it all shotgun?
It's all shotgun. I mean, you can hunt them with a bow. You can hunt them with a 50 cal muzzleloader here.
Yeah, I know a guy that used to hunt with 22 Magnum. I'm like, I don't think that's legal here in
Now, I don't,
Kentucky.
you can't do that here,
Yeah.
but you can take a 50 cal muzzleloader and hunt them, and that's legal.
Is there anything
And
left of them?
wait, depending on if you shoot well, you can shoot them in the
Are
head.
you talking
Try
about
to,
50 cal black powder?
yeah, 50 cal black powder.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it can be scoped, so you can hunt them with that. And then the ideal is a lot of the management areas, WMAs and stuff come in, and at the same time, so they're in, so you can hunt private land. And a lot of them down here have pigs on them, so they figure the idea behind the muzzleloader is if you're shooting them with a 50 cal and a pig walks by, go ahead and take him too, because pigs are legal during turkey season on the management areas.
So you talking about 50 cal smooth bore, or you talking about a rifled bullet?
Rifled, yep.
Oh, okay, that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
So you got one of those with a 209 primer, kind of a.
I do. I got a Thompson Pro Hunter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got a nice.
You still just buy those off the internet and then ship it to your house, kind of thing?
Yeah, you can.
Because they're not a rifle. They're not a registered item.
Nope, not considered
Legal.
technically a firearm, I guess.
Yeah. Cool.
The black powder. So
Yeah. I mean, I've got too many things I'm already into. I always thought black powder is cool, but on the other side, I'm like, why do I really need it? I don't.
Dude.
I don't hunt. I don't hunt with those kind of calibers and stuff. I hunt varmints and birds. That's about it.
I also have an inline 54 caliber, so it throws out a pretty good sized hunk of lead too.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's about like that 4570 government. It's what 400 grain bullet or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I shoot a 245 grain. What are they? Power belt bullet is what I shoot out of mine, and I got a Nikon scope on mine, and I didn't know this until the other day that Nikon actually makes an app that you can put on your phone called Spot On. So if anybody has a Nikon that's got a BDC reticle in it, go get that app because you can tell, like on the muzzleloader, I can tell it. I'm shooting a 245 grain bullet. I'm zeroed at 100 yards. I'm shooting 100 grains of powder. What else is there's one other one. Bullet weight. How much powder? What's your zero? I think that's it. Everything else is like 2 maybe. But you can put that in, and the gun will tell you if you're zeroed at 100, your crosshair on your first one, that's your 100. Well, your first circle down below it. And it also tells you if you slide your magnification up or down, it will change the numbers as to where you need to hold for your shot. And I was like, well, that is just cool. But it does it with regular rifles too.
Cool. Yeah, I've got the app. I had a 17 HMR with the Nikon bullet drop compensating for the 17 HMR, and you could take that and put in which bullet you can actually pick the brand of the bullet and the bullet weight, and it would automatically calculate that in length of your barrel, and it was slick. Yeah, and then I ended up trading that rifle for 2 pistols. I think 2 pistols and 2 pistols and something. A bunch of ammo came with it too. That was a good trade. So I think I had like $400 in it, $400 in it. I ended up with 2 Glocks and about $200 worth of ammo.
Dang, you wanted bad.
He did one bad, but it was a nice rig. I mean, it didn't have very many rounds through it. I probably only had, I don't know, 50 rounds through it. And dude was a laser, but I just never really had a use for it. Because, I shot everything with 20. I shot, the big critters, the 25-06, the coyotes and stuff like that. And there weren't any groundhogs around. The coyotes had cleaned them out. And so after I traded it, then I started seeing groundhogs. That's the way it always works out. All right.
I get your mark, and I like it.
What's that?
I have a 17 HMR also, and I like it too.
Oh, it's a nice, good. I had a 17 Mach 2 as well. That's a pretty cool ground.
I got a what is it? Savage. It's a Savage with AccuTrigger synthetic with a stainless barrel and 22 Magnum also.
Oh yeah.
It needs a scope.
You need a scope?
I need to put a scope on it.
Get your Nikon, the bullet drop cops.
Yeah.
Those Nikons are good value, I think.
They are. You know, I picked
They're really reasonable,
I
and they're
picked this one up on Midway USA, and I'd been looking for them. I could find them they were about $179 to $189, and Midway put it on sale for like $129.
mhm.
And I've been looking. I was looking for the silver one to match the barrel on the Thompson that I got, and they had it on sale. I picked it up and got it put on. Man, that thing is it's awesome. I love it. It's
Yeah,
clear.
yeah, they're good. It's good. No, they're not that big of a. They're not that large of a ring. I mean, what they're like 40 millimeter or something like
Yeah,
that.
this was a 3x9x40.
Yeah, but they are good clear optic. I mean, you can see well with them, but it's not. It wouldn't be a low light kind of a scope. The one I had, it seemed like it wouldn't be able to gather a lot of light. But as far as good overall scope, I couldn't fault it. It was a good value, and it held the zero great. All right,
Mm-hmm.
so how can you help out the show? We still got patches and stickers. We got sticker patch right there. Sticker somewhere else. Got one that looks like that right here. So you guys have been buying those. We appreciate it. And then you can. We got a few more things we'll talk about here. Then we'll get to the armed citizen. So guys, don't bail on us, please.
Yeah.
Zija, I take Zija every single day, and I tell you what, this last 2 weeks, I've been doing the colon cleanse with the premium tea, the Zija tea,
Mm-hmm.
and I have cleaned out my gut. I'm still in the process of it. I'm just about the end of the 2 week. I think I got like 3 days left. I guess I'm a week and a half in, uh, and I don't want to get gross with you guys, but it cleans out everything that's been stuck in your gut for a long time. And so since I can't travel anywhere, can't go anywhere, it's a good opportunity to do it right now. And but I use Asia to helped with weight loss, helped with pain management. The XM3s is the pills that go along with it that helps with suppression of your diet and burning of fat and things like that. If you want to know more about Zija, just go to God and Guns, all spelled out, dot or period, myzija, myzija.com. You can find out more about my story. And also, we want to thank Oath Keepers for putting our show out there. If you guys want to support Oath Keepers or become a member, you can go to oathkeepers.org and check out what their offerings are there, especially if you're retired military police, first responder, and you take an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. That does not ever end. And so you guys can go there and become members. If you are not served like I haven't and are just a patriot, they have an associate program. So I'm an associate life member, and Doug is a real member because he is retired military. And then they also are, do fundraisers or in Virginia, training, helping out those militias. And they're working in lots of other locations. And they got a TV show that they put our show on. So we appreciate that. And their platforms, they're sharing our shows out there. And then for you guys that want to know more about how I lost weight, you can go to, looks like I am getting called right in the middle of the show. I thought I had everything turned off. I lost everything I had up. All right. So, what in the world is going on here? My computer just like, apparently my phone call came through my computer. All right, so where are we at? Okay, so you got the restbianchi.com. You can go there and find out how the meals I took to, the meals I ate and the foods I ate to lose weight.
Yep.
Restbianchi.com. It's free download. And then you get the next few.
Hey, so you heard me talk about, I mentioned at the first of the show, crossbreed holsters. Troy and I both carrying the Super Tuck Deluxe, and we've had a few people email me saying they just got their first crossbreeds and they love them. A couple of guys that actually sent emails to Crossbreed to let them know they heard about it on our show. So we appreciate that. But go check out Crossbreed. They make a holster for you for pretty much whatever you carry in any way you want to carry. They have appendix carry, the drop slide, freedom carry, the Super Tuck Mini. They got a holster for you. Go check our buddies out. It's crossbreedholsters.com. When you get there, check out find what you like, go to checkout and use our promo code GNG, and that will give you a 10% discount on your checkout. So they will help you out a little bit just for listening. Also, Axelson Tactical. Hey, I was looking at Axelson's site the other day. Jeff and the guys had sent me an email. I'm on their email list, and I want to say they were doing like 50% discount on several different rifles and stuff that they have, and they were, once they sold those, they were going to go back to regular, but I guess they were just doing a clearance on some of the guns. But they had some nice stuff. Combat 5.56, they had a 308, but I want to say it was like 50% discount. So if you're looking for an Axelson right now and you want to go try them out and get you one, no better time. Unfortunately, our promo code won't work. We get 10% with God and Guns on new items. So if you get a discount code of 50%, or if you get them for 50% off,
Yeah.
by all means, take that. So
Just put a comment in the order thanking them for supporting the show.
Yep, exactly. But go check them out. They have precision rifles. I mean, Troy's got one, I got one, and they are just tack driving machines. So, and they're just awesome looking too. But go check our buddies out at AxelsonUSA.com. Promo code God and Guns. Also, PowerTac lights. Hey, if you have not got one of those lights, you should really check them out. If you don't find the package, because they were getting rid of, most of the packages were done, but you can still buy the light mount for your Picatinny rail for pretty much whatever light you want to get, and you can piecemeal it together. And at 40% discount when you check out, you can't go wrong. So I'm actually fixing to buy one of the what is it, the M5, I think is their new light that took the E5 spot. So I'm about to pick up one of those just to have in my truck so I can carry it around with me. And I put one on one of my rifles, and we gave away 2 on the show, and those guys are liking them. And you did a really good job when we were promoting PowerTac and buying lights. So go check them out at powertac.com and use our promo code God and Guns there and get that 40% discount. So you can't go wrong. Also, Palmetto State Armory. I think Josiah is actually going to be on the show next week with us. So
Cool.
we'll get to pick his brain about things Palmetto State Armory has. I have several of their firearms that I've put together and made.
Yeah, me too.
Nice rifles, and they got good prices on them. And I don't know, I just kind of find it fun, putting them together and doing the stuff. You learn a lot about it.
Regular sets for adults.
It is. It's like adult Legos. You piece them together and make what you want.
Yeah.
But go check them out, PalmettoStateArmory.com, and use our affiliate link. And if you need that, you can email Troy or I, or look on our Facebook page, and you can pull it right there. But make sure you go through that link. That way we get credit for it, because they show us a little love back for everything that you buy.
You can also find it on Farms Radio Network's page. So on our show notes over on Farms Radio Network, there's links posted in there. Someday we'll have a website like our own.
I know, right?
Armed Citizen of the Week, Doug. What happened here?
Armed Citizen of the Week. While asleep on the couch in the early morning hours of Valentine's Day, this came to us from February, a Palm Bay, Florida couple was awakened by the sound of someone trying to break through the sliding glass door of their home. A woman grabbed her 3-year-old son and ran to the bedroom. The man, on the other hand, retrieved a pistol and went to see what was trying to get in. Through the glass, he saw an intruder pointing a pistol right at him. The man in return fired several shots through the glass and hit the intruder until his pistol jammed. The intruder fired several rounds in response at the homeowner, but he was struck in the confrontation and retreated. I guess the bad guy was. Police found a blood trail and 2 bloodied sandals near the residence. After the incident, the intruder turned out to be the woman's ex-boyfriend, who had been bitter toward the couple and called them from several different phone numbers leading up to the incident. The ex-boyfriend is a felon and borrowed a pistol from his friend's mother, who drove him to the residence and then to the hospital after. She reported that he was drinking heavily at the time. Police arrested the intruding ex-boyfriend when he was admitted to the hospital for his wounds.
Sure, arrested the friend's mother too for
I know, for
aiding
aiding and abetting.
and providing a pistol. I mean, geez, talking about
Does that not just sound like a disaster waiting to happen? You wait till he gets drunk, give him a gun, knowing he's a felon, and drive him to the place to do it.
yeah. Oh, he's drunk. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't understand the decisions of a lot of things people do. Oh well. So I
Crazy.
tell you what, guys worked up over girls have caused more problems doing just the most ridiculous things in my own family, in my own friends circle. I know of many occasions when a girl has drove a man crazy or a man has done something stupid and then tried to blame it on the girl. Jeez, just grow up.
Right.
I mean, what? How are you going to win somebody back by going and starting stuff like that out there? Yeah, Wendy said there's some real winners out there. Oh well. Well, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. We appreciate you guys coming on a weird Saturday afternoon and putting them up with us rambling, rambling
Yep.
on today. But glad to have you out there. Any questions, prayer requests, and stuff to send them to us. Also, send your feedback to Troy at Guy Guns Podcast, or
Doug at gungunspodcast.com.
please tell your friends about us. Leave us an iTunes review. Like us right now. If you're whatever platform you're listening on, give us a thumbs up. Share us, please. We appreciate that. It doesn't cost you anything except maybe some friends. I don't know. Maybe.
What'd you recommend them guys for?
Yeah. If they don't like us, then you probably don't need them as friends anyways. Well, I think
Right.
Our Facebook page is facebook.com/God and Guns Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. It is running over on YouTube, it looks like. I did not see any live chat over there, but we have 6 people watching currently right now, appears. Let's see what else is going on. Twitter, we're over on God and Guns Pod, and I'm about done with Twitter personally. I don't know if I'm going to keep a presence over or not. We only have a couple people that listen to our show over there in Periscope, but it's just too much of a nuisance to even look at anymore for me. Instagram, check us out on Instagram. I post some weird stuff over there every once in a while, some pictures from here on the farm and just daily life stuff and guns from now and again. We're over on MeWe as a fail-safe or a backup should we ever get banned from all the other social media norms. And our website I'm not going to announce because it's not working. So Doug, when he gets done with this crisis, may have some opportunity to work on that.
Hey, I get people from somewhere, like at least twice a week, offering to build our website for us, but there's
For
probably
free?
the same people that, well, but they're probably the same people that took it down too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think the last bunch was out of South America somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what we did to South Americans, but sorry. Until next time, Doug, have a blessed week.
And keep your guns close, but keep your Bible closer.
Good night, guys, or good afternoon, guys. Thanks for watching, and we appreciate you all out there, and we will talk to you all later.
Be safe.
Adios. Sayonara. I can't remember any other ones.
Bye.
Bye.